die for the lust, personal vendettas, where he that concealed the situation with days of destiny fulfilled. You don't speak of us and tropes and viewing ain't family, we won't fuck with you. Respect you, different what you do, you watching me and I'm watching you. Take some on and got shells with names on them, sitting some ugly. You ain't ready to die for words, so did I dust you off cover. Do you earth, when we get beat, I'm fire, you need a cipher. Leaving likes and move on order from the nicest to the typers. When you wait for basic death with 1,000 time, you're in and representing all places, shatter your mind. And they're still feeling this, no witnesses, niggas vacate the fucking premises. I'm even standing mechanics, I've been in this one in Tennessee.
Tight risk, I'm as soon as the mall got hit. So I'll be back in Hullis Cummins with the chocolate shit. The glass of any 4/5, this whole bitch tried to dim me. Best protect my chest, slugs never go with me. Plus I'm hustling plenty at whoever, cause I'm accurate. And niggas on the streets can only talk about half the shit the kid did. 20 years decided to if I had bitches, the guns and money. First day at the first, come up north since I was young before the green. The ghetto players hunger, run up blasting, fuck ass, the niggas make me wonder. I'm on some short crew, slow the king shit again. You see me be a satellite inside the Rivians. My real team flip bricks, we got the king bitches. Legit business, farm car and street bitches. We smoke supply spammers that need coke. That's a lie if I die, I'm leaving my seat broke. You know the situation, no one feels the place you in. Stay before you recognize the fucking face you in. Step back, cock the Glock, car face again. After this, you looking for a kid, but ain't a trace.
Niggas be stuck, get in the game, we don't remain an honest citizen. Bitches be fucking minions, scams be filling up the pen. I pace the Marriott, guzzle scotch, anticipating when will I make it, yearning for riches, I can't fake it. Go dairy like Paris, just in your bag, cushy ass, party ain't my bottles. Cherokees and presidential condoms. On the wheel,
got a good one for you all today.
Gotta make a meal, put penthouses on top of the hill. What the fuck, I wonder if rebellion will lead to struggle, plus the feds be bugging. College holes before the snow we thugging. Bankroll with measurements and proof. We got shit to move to re-up and stashing up a couple bucks. My luck today your destiny, and they be like testing me. 199 deep, follow the beat and MPBs, while we pushing threes. With Pelly banging Scarface, quality shoes, and Cuban links and diamond jewels, smoke a pound or two. Gotta connect us from Peru to pharmacies banging. Don't come from us, don't be no slang. What the fuck stuff? Establishment strictly for what the silly finest be up. Videos be sporting versatile, metal hoodies and turn. Millennials with 7-star rims, infrared beams, desert eagles, be good to see the shit for all my people. The peons, they say you're not a safety field with the chopper. Bolivia rocking the spotter. Before now, ice rocks up on the stocks. Mommy Lucha Grande, leaving Vegas to be the hideaway. Handling shit in 97, you would die with, bitch.
All the Puerto Ricans, all the poppies out there, stand up in Philly and New York and Jersey. Well, get into this. That's 87, 86, 87 right there. All that jewelry on him. You ain't gonna believe how old he was. He was 17. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know the story of me and him. Rags and riches. Hello world, I'm just here to make you think. This CEO Philly Trenches Hockey Raw coming at you live and direct with this bone exclusive video. Puerto Rican E-Man from 7th and Huntington, North Philly, as well as 8th and Butler, 18th and Wallace, 5th and Westmoreland, Reese Street, Kensington, Huntington Park, where all the Puerto Ricans had the city on lock, the whole city, before the JBM. Yeah, even when the JBM got started, the Puerto Ricans still was doing their ones and twos. Now, the first time I ever got whiff of Puerto Ricans making money was when I first seen hip-hop on TV. Crush Groove, B Street, Break-In 2, Break-In, the first rap movie, Break-In, then Break-In 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, all them break-dancing hip-hop movies. Who you mainly seen in the movies spray painting and break-dancing and pop-locking? They might wasn't rapping, but they was hip-hop. Because hip-hop was just wasn't just only what they were saying out their mouth. It was the dancing. And the Puerto Ricans, once they embraced hip-hop in Philly, you saw them dressing and looking like LL Cool J. to me, that was the Puerto Rican favorite rapper, was LL. And they used to ride down North Philly playing I Need Love. Big ass gold ropes on, Kango hats. These Puerto Ricans, man, they was just like them New York cats getting money. But the thing is, it wasn't no crack cocaine. It was powder cocaine. Yeah, dime bags. When I first got on the block, I was 13. I had went to visit my brother out east in Pennsylvania, where Larry Holmes from. My brother was out there, you know, going to school out there. My brother Darryl, and I went to visit him for the summer. Unbeknown to me, you understand me, that my twin brother was on Franklin and Huntington with E-Man, and I'm hustling with Time and them from Ram Squad. Now, at first, man, my brother, we selling a little weed, selling a little coke for ourselves, like walking around doing this shit, young boys. But when I came back off that 4th of July weekend visit, like vacation to visit my brother, I come back in the house. We lived on 13th and Dolphin, and my twin brother had a trash bag full of clothes. All brand new shit. When I looked in the bag, he was like, come on, I gotta show you something. When he first showed me the bag of clothes, I'm thinking that, and this all like in a 3 to 4 day span that this happened. I went up there to visit my brother, and the thing is, hold up, I went to visit my brother twice. The first time I came back, my brother had all these clothes. I thought he stole them out the store. He said, no, man, we hustling. He said, we hustling on Franklin Street. You got to come around there with us. Now, I already know about selling drugs, because they selling drugs right up the street from us, where we live at, but they don't want us to hustle. Why, I don't know. But I know with some envy and jealousy there. That's why I started robbing that neighborhood later on down the line, 3 years later. But in 1986, well, 2 years later, in 1986, you know, I went up there, hustled, bought the all black on black Adidas sweatsuit. We went back up there to visit my brother with all new clothes on. I wanted to impress a couple girls up there and all that. You understand me? He said, windmill was amazing. Oh, yeah, the windmill, yeah, the dancing. The Puerto Ricans had the windmills and the handspin, all that breakdancing shit that you can do. Couldn't nobody fuck with the Puerto Ricans in it. And they took hip-hop more serious than blacks. And the reason why I can say that, because that's all you saw dancing. You had a few black people pop locking that could pop lock. But the main people that was windmilling and breakdancing with the Puerto Ricans, like they just saw it and just knew how to dance. They just knew how to dance. And to this day, I still don't know how to windmill. Anyway, we go on the block the second time I'm up there, right? Now, when you on Franklin and Huntington, I'm going to show you how Franklin and Huntington Street look right now, too, so y'all can know, because I'm about to go on that block so y'all can get the geographic of this shit. You know? I'm going to show y'all this. Watch this. Hold up. Because I want y'all to see this. 7th and Franklin Streets. Let me see, 17. Hold up. 7th and Huntington Street in North Philadelphia. Now, y'all know I made videos of this before, right? And I made videos. So now it took me to 5th and Huntington. Now I'm going to go up 2 blocks, which is 7th and Huntington. I'm going to go up Huntington Street, and we right here, I think. I think we're on Franklin Street already. Hold up. This Fair Hill Street. They sold a lot of weed around here years later, because 9th and Huntington and 7th and Huntington was 2 known street corners, you know what I mean, for making a lot of money. And this Marshall Street, the next block up is Franklin. But I'm going to let y'all see the geographic, the block before that. All right, now look. This is Marshall and Huntington Street. This is in the Puerto Rican neighborhood, right? And black neighborhood. That's Marshall Street. Now, the block, years after, it was a crack, a cocaine block, whatever. It wound up being a PCP block. You know what I mean? Right here, let me see. This should be 9th and Huntington. Might have went up too far. Hold up. Yeah, this is 9th Street, I think. Now, did I pass it? This whole neighborhood, the new houses, I don't think I passed it yet. Because these them houses, if you know, you know. If you going up in there, copping that tree, all crazy, in the early 2000s, you know. That it right there, this Franklin? Franklin Street. This is the block that E-Man and them ran. On the corner, we used to be on the corner. The cars to pull up, the guys to sell clothes to us. He used to park right here or right here. But this is the known block that we hustled on. Ain't that many houses left on this block, but this is the block right here, Franklin Street. And I'm going to show you where this all went down at. In the middle of this block. When we first came on the block, you would think that we would hustle for some dudes. But the female lived right here. If this is the address, 2538 or 2550 something. It was a house near the lot. This house right here, it might have been, yeah, it was this house right here. And right near this lot, the lady had a store right here. She had like a little newspaper stand store that sold cookies and cakes and chips and shit. And she had all her puppy pit bulls up in this lot with her granddaughters. And she was a grandma with gray hair, and she had a package. And I used to sell red tape powder, $10 bags of powder cocaine, like $130, and you keep 30 and you turn in 100. Now, we all running, because you got to run for your customers, right? So while we running for the customers up and down this block, E-Man and John was sitting probably on these two steps right here. Now, do you see these steps right here? If these, it might not be the houses, but it was two of these houses on this block. And John would sit right here on the bottom step, and I would sit over here with E-Man, right? And E-Man would tell me a lot of shit about himself, his cases he had and all that, right? So one day, we on the block, and you got to run for your customer, man. So we all running for the customer, because I got to run in the lot to get my package, because I never had this shit on me. So now I got the geographic of this block, right? Now, I run in the lot to get my package, and I fell and bust my kneecap open. E-Man runs to the store and get me some peroxide and poured a whole bottle on my knee while I sit on the step and talk to him, right? Now, either this house or this house right here, they used to have a bucket with a string, and they used to lower the drugs from a bucket, and somebody would pick it up. I think the guy name was Junior or JR. Was a Puerto Rican. He was like my complexion. He had a pointy nose. He used to always wear a sky blue LL Cool J Kango hat. I mean, I think his name was Junior JR, but he was a caseworker. See, me and my brother, we was just hustling, but you had other dudes our age, a little older, that was giving the work out. You had black tape, red tape, yellow tape, gold tape, blue tape, white tape. All of them had different type of tapes, but it was all the same package. I'm 13. E-Man, I showed you the picture of him on the motorcycle. He's 17 at the time. He's telling me that he got open cases at the U Studies, and I'm like, this is a rich Puerto Rican that got juvenile cases, right? Now, on the picture I show y'all, right, of him, right, in front of that van, that's his custom-made van. Now, I told y'all before, he had a custom-made van. He had a gray limousine. He had a lot of cars, right? Now, if you see what he got on, that leather, that Adidas shirt, that came out like 87. The winter of 87 in the leather pants. See the jewelry he got on the bracelet, the rings and all that? Yo, E-Man used to wear glasses, man. And he used to tell me, he used to be like, yo, just watch yourself out here, man. And the thing is, I didn't know John was like family to me, because I didn't know my brother Sekou, like the guy he was arguing with, going through something with, he like family to it. That's such and such little brother from Nathan Diamond. But Lump and John, they didn't like me and Mikey, because we was twins, and we come around there and we taking all they shine. Because Ape, we look alike. You know how we look back in there. I showed y'all how we look when we went down there. You know, but I'm about to show y'all. So y'all get a pretty much like another like a what's going on. Y'all get another good look at how me and my brother looked back then. We was hustling with them. You know what I mean? Because I mean, we boosting, so you know this is faster money. You know, and how we got on that block. Well, Mikey knew Marion in them. And when Mikey knew Marion in them, time they all started hanging around and said, y'all want to hustle? You know what I mean? Because it was 1,000 people out there hustling. We wasn't the only ones. We wasn't the only young. We were the youngest. We was the only ones that wasn't from down there. You know, Mikey and Time went around there first. Then they brung Twine. Then they brung Vaughn. Then they brung me. But they didn't like my twin brother, man, Lump. And John was either 12 or 13 when I met him. You know what I mean? This motherfucker, y'all think E-Man had gold on. John had gold around his neck like Mr. T. He had all these fucking roots. He had all these rings on his finger. And he had a fucking car. He had one of 1.8s. He was 13 years old with a low car to the ground with a banging ass system in it, rims and everything, playing Puerto Rican music, right? But I knew he wasn't Puerto Rican. I knew he was black, right? But so I used to look at them and like, look at these black boys trying to act like they Puerto Rican, man. So I used to laugh at them niggas, but they try to bully my twin brother and act tough and say little smart shit around him, right? So Mike was like, man, I don't got time for this shit, man. I'm about to go down Richard Island, be around some real thorough gangster ass niggas, right? Because think about all the young boys, they already got money. They're already in position. Man, Mikey coming around, they want to start the bullshit. But I like Mike, and I beat them niggas the fuck up. Now, they bro, Larry and Barry was older than me and my brother. They was like 16, 15. So they bigger than us, right? But I said, they probably won't jump me, but fuck it, I'm going to fight about my brother. Because I knew Lump and John couldn't beat me. You know what I mean? I was bigger than my brother, stronger than him. Mind you, I was playing football too, so I was in shape, working out. Them niggas wasn't lifting weights. I was lifting weights back then. Plus, I was a little dangerous with my hands, but I knew if I start something with them niggas on that block, they gonna roll on you. Because them niggas went to school with me. They went to junior high school with me. And they did chase Twine. And they chased Mikey before. They never liked us. They just see Mikey come up there and see a girl from around their way, Charmaine, red bone shorty. They chased Mikey. They couldn't catch Mikey, but they caught Twine. You know, and then, I catch them niggas in jail, though. You know what I mean? I catch a couple of them niggas in jail. Then as we got older, you know what I mean? I think Mikey robbed the block a few times before that thing happened to him, because when he told you, this is the picture right here. So just imagine we coming down there, young boys, you understand me, with the Adidas sweatsuits and all that shit on. Now at the time we didn't have the rings after we left. We ain't had no juries while we was up Huntington Street. We just had the clothes, the Adidas sweatsuits and all that. Mind you, we only 13. You feel what I'm saying? Now we 13 years old. We didn't took jury and watches before on the subway, but being drug dealers and being in the trenches with this neighborhood, listen, you had 18th and Wallace that had nothing but Puerto Ricans getting major money. You had 8th and Butler getting major money. You know what I mean? You had 7th and Tioga, Sexo and them. You had Baby rocking them on 8th and Butler, but the Puerto Ricans, and this, I think I can really say that Puerto Ricans that lived in black neighborhoods, a lot of them went to school together, but what really solidified the relationship was hip-hop. If New York don't show Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, the Fat Boys, LL Cool J, Puerto Ricans and all of them in these movies and hip-hop and all that, then you might not have seen that unity. But in New York, they was getting money with blacks. So the Puerto Ricans in Philly, they knew this because they was going back and forth to New York, to Philly and all that, because the package was coming from New York or Puerto Rico. So these motherfuckers was dealing with their own kind. This is before the Mexicans and all that started to put the package in the cities like that, and they don't come around to like 87, 88, when that package came through with the JBM. But before the JBM, you had nothing but Puerto Ricans, man. I'm talking about, And these Puerto Ricans, they didn't use guns back then to take you out of here. They used ice picks. Yeah, the whole 5th Street from 5th and Lehigh all the way to 5th and Erie was ba 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 bam ba bam ba bam ba 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 bam ba. That's all you heard was Puerto Rican music and all that. And the crazy thing is, we used to go to the dollar parties on 4th and York. That's the Puerto Rican neighborhood still. And you wouldn't believe this, right? But everybody back then, whether you was a kingpin, drug dealer, a runner, a worker, whatever you was going to this house party. John, right? I never could understand John. He was always quiet. He's at the dollar parties, sitting on the steps, smoking his weed, right? On the steps. Not paying nobody no mind. He's not even going to the dollar party. He got all his jewelry on. He's sitting on the step, chilling with his 1.8 blasting. He looked at me, I looked at him, act like I ain't seen him though. You know what I mean? Because I knew he didn't like me. You understand me? And for real, I could have had some done to him. And I could have been on a lot of dumb shit. You know what I mean? And it's 88 when I run into him again. I run into him in 88, 87 at the dollar party. This like 2 years, a year and a half go by. He's sitting on the step. And the reason why I think I didn't like rob him or, we had the wolf pack with me. And we used to go in that fucking dollar party. I used to have the wolf pack I used to have with me was 17th and Oxford. 17th and Oxford and 17th and Jefferson. I had them niggas with me. Knockout Norney and all his brothers. And Wayne and them and Desmond. So I had some real go-getters with me, man. And the reason why I didn't do nothing to John, because I knew that was E-Man folks. And E-Man, because he done that for me, I knew he was a boss. And I still was kind of fascinated that an old Puerto Rican lady gave me my first package in the trenches. An old lady. And she used to sell the food and candy and all that. And she had all these granddaughters. They was like 9, 10 years old. Or, run of age. They was like, Grandma Looney. It's two of them, Grandma Looney. Her name was Grandma Looney. Whatever Looney mean, that's what her name was. And she used to always smile when she gave me the package. Because, man, Mike, we very handsome, man. No diddy, but think about it, man. You got 2 twins, light, bright eyes, fly, and everybody loving us. But said 2 or 3 niggas, because they out there first. These niggas was sleeping in cars, Lump, Barry, Larry, and them, the lot on that corner on Franklin Street. Them niggas used to do all-nighters, man. I don't lie to you, man. One time I was like, damn, I wonder if I could sleep in the car like them niggas, because them niggas had money already. And they used to dress dirty and everything, but they had the bag. And me and Mikey just started to touch money. I remember the first time I made $100. I was excited. My first $100, then the money smelled so bad, man. It smelled real bad. It was sweaty and everything, right? And this old lady was pushing the cart up the street. And she gave me an extra $30. And you know what? Honestly, the reason why I didn't give it back to her, because I didn't want to buy the drugs. See, I didn't get I wasn't enthused for some drugs. I would just wanted the money. That's it. But if I had a passion for that shit, I could have easily rose up in the ranks on that block. But when Mikey left, and Tom left, because Mikey he didn't want to go through nothing with them niggas, man. Mikey just wanted to get money, man. And I wasn't going to let nothing happen to my brothers. I could fight my ass off. I catch them niggas going to school, but Lump, he didn't go to school. That nigga didn't go to Wanda because he definitely would have got fucked up. And all them other niggas from Huntington Street that went to Wanda niggas with me, they was friends. They was cool with me, right? But they started hearing, man, Mikey robbing people. So them niggas used to look at us on the avenue and see us and all that. But they used to see us in the movies, at a club or something. They used to always look leery because our name was ringing, man. We was really like Omar and them about 2 years after that robbing shit, right? But when E-Man got killed, right? And this is a thing. I'm going to tell y'all, this is some deep shit I'm about to tell y'all. E-Man liked me no homo, was though he wanted me to be his young boy, man. He looked at, I could tell. But I didn't know John John was his young boy. I'm looking at how John John ain't hustling or nothing. He out there with all this shit on. And he was envying me and my brother. We don't got no jewelry on or nothing. This nigga looked like Mr. T. But that night, you know, I was at Glen Mills. I'll never forget it. I think E-Man got killed 88 or 89. I'll never forget it. But when he got killed, right? Because, you know, I knew a lot of Puerto Ricans, you know, and E-Man had accumulated an enemy. And I think this enemy, I ain't gonna say it was out of jealousy, but because they was getting money. The people that unalived him was getting a lot of fucking money, man. And I'm telling you, man, and the thing is, that's why, see, I gotta take a lot of shit to my grave. Because Puerto Ricans know, they know what happened to E-Man. Because they the one told me about everything that went down, as far as everything. And it so happened, the motherfucker who done that to John John and E-Man is somebody that I really fuck with like that. Allegedly. You know what I mean? And when I first met him, I was 15. We was up Glen Mills together. There was only 2 Puerto Ricans in my unit. One was named, what the fuck was his name, man? Julian or something. His name was Julian. And he used to go home every week. And the staff liked him. But he had got in trouble one time. The staff had this boy kind of scared, though. But he took the boy Bub home from 31st and Norris. He let Bub go home with him. Little Bub like a little monkey, little monster, little motherfucker. And everybody used to crack and joke on him because he looked just like a duck, like an ugly duckling. So I don't think staff was so enthused to want to beat him the fuck up. Because everybody used to joke on this dude. Plus, he was a crackhead. So Julian took him home. But the new Puerto Rican boy came up there. They fucked him up bad. They fucked him up. But he was cool with me from the rip because he came up there on a Wednesday. And then when he went on the home pass, because he came up there with a fur coat on, with his grizzly on. Stone cold killer. Brothers and them came up there to see him on 69th Street, came to visit him. To pick him up from the bus station. They came and got him in a limousine. He looked at me. It was Christmas, too. He looked at me, gave me that smirk. Because we had the same counselor. And I was on a shit list, so was he. So he knew I was like a bad boy up there. And he wound up being an exec, but we kept running into each other over Holmesburg, Cold Township, Greatest Ford. By then, he didn't come out and tell me anything. It's just that all the Puerto Ricans that I was hanging around was giving me information on a lot of shit. They knew I knew all the Puerto Ricans. So it was on 10th. They was on South. They was in South Philly. You know that drag race shit y'all see now? Puerto Ricans and white boys and Italians, they love that shit. They bet thousands on that shit. And they went down to the horse race. The drag race, the car drag race. And look how fate is. Now, if I'd have been with E-Man and didn't go to Richard Island Project with my twin brother when he left, I didn't leave. When my twin brother stopped hustling down there and went down Richard Island, I stayed up there. I was the only one out of our crew that stayed on the block, right? Once E-Man got cool and I bust my knee open and all that, and I still got the mark on my knee from it. And I was cool. I ain't worried about them niggas throwing little non-verbals at me. Non-verbals like somebody ball their face up, lick their lips, suck their teeth, spit while you around. Little dumb shit. You know, I see what I'm going to do. I'm going to just take all this shit. I'm going to just rob this corner by not turning no money in. I ain't going to come back down there. So they call that skadoodle. He's skadoodle. Your brother's skadoodle. So they call that skadoodling. So everybody's skadoodle. I didn't skadoodle. I ain't skadoodle yet because I want one skadoodle. Guess who came up there? My brother Beans. It's 86. Now Beans had just got out of jail for that homicide for Belango. And they was robbing this whole fucking neighborhood, kidnapping the Puerto Ricans, robbing them and all that. But I didn't know because I didn't hang around my older brother. You know what I mean? I'm 13, he 23. When I run into my brother, I think he like 23 or 20 something. You know what I mean? So when that shit happened, because think about it, E-Man was gonna put me under his wing because he told me some secretive shit. That's how I knew, because we talking some street shit. And then he was telling me how he was fighting his cases. He said, I gotta go see Judge Reynolds, man. I got an open case, this, that, the third drug case. This, that. He was just real open with me. Motherfucking John on the next step, on the bottom step, with all this jury on, ear hustling, hating. He ain't even part of the conversation. He just on the other step mad because I'm talking to E-Man. Yeah, he was holding E-Man balls all that time. And you know what happened? He caught it. Him and E-Man at the drag race with a lot of other Puerto Ricans, a lot of other people. And they ran down on him. I think near the Burger King. Now, I don't know if they was sitting in the car or if they was walking like in Burger King doorways. But if my memory is certain correctly, they either got killed in Burger King or they got killed in the car. Yeah. And this is crazy, man. Shout out to all the Puerto Ricans. Shout out to Puerto Rican Richie. You understand me? Richie was up Huntington with me. You know, shout out to all the Puerto Ricans, man. Sage. Fifi is there. Fifi. Samba. All the Puerto, these A from Butler niggas, man. I'm talking about, and I got pictures of all the Puerto Ricans in my phone. I'm gonna show y'all, man. Like, I ain't one of them niggas just got pictures of people because, like, you got some channels, people send their pictures to them because they want they shit to be out there. You know, but I got stories behind these pictures. Now, Mexican Rob, they killed him the same way. At a race. Now, this is the last Puerto Ricans I was down with. They got indicted, you know what I mean, in Kensington and Camden. But they locked him up in, him right here, Leader. Yeah, they locked him up in Puerto Rico. He the one wanted me to hustle in Jersey for him and open up Camden for him. Yeah, like, I'm not lying about my connections to the poppies. This Mexican Rob, the Merle, you know what I mean, they got him the same way. They was trying to get this boy so bad that they gunned this girl down. I'm talking about, this shit was on site with this boy, man. This boy is the only one that I ever heard name ring so much in Kensington, man. Like, yeah, the real deal, Mexican Rob. He used to ride past me and everything. I ain't never knew that, you know, people talk about somebody, they used to always say his name. He used to always ride by and wave at me until one day he got out. You know what I mean? I'm just showing you all the poppies, man, that rule Philadelphia, man. It's another one from down Franklin Street, Huntington Street right here. You understand me? He my friend on the internet. You know what I mean? You know, they be all wanting me to mention their name and everything. One thing about Puerto Ricans, they love to brag. They love that reputation. They call you a hater in a minute. You know what I mean? Look at it. Come on, man. That's Huntington, 7th for Huntington, man. Went to school with me and everything. You know what I'm saying? Puerto Ricans and blacks get together. You know what I mean? You already know what time it is when they get together, man. They diamonds on their neck. These niggas ain't out here allegedly. You know what I mean? They businessmen. That's almost they businessmen. But when you see blacks and Puerto Ricans together, it ain't just hip-hop, nigga. It ain't just hip-hop music. Yeah. Yeah, they gonna be talking about this shit tomorrow. Hawk put us up. Hawk put y'all up. Yeah, and Boo Boo. Boo Boo know. Boo know. You know what I mean? Badlands, nigga. It's my homie right there. He big as shit now. It's Chubb. When Chubb first came through, Fish Street, 5th and Glenwood, them niggas, he was up Cold Town shit when I was up there. And Chief and them. You know, now he a tow truck driver, got his own tow truck. That's Chubb right there. Chubb, I put Chubb down with Polo. He said, you waited more than me, twin. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Chubb, this Will, you know what I mean? So I'm saying, like, all the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, Gago, man. This Will brother, man. Gago, man. Pray for Gago, y'all. Get better, man. Gago was sick. All three of them brothers, man. I used to get all of them mixed up. You know, bosses, man. You see, you sitting in the cheat, older brother, man. This Will's sons, they bigger than this now. These young boys, thorough. They'll never forget me, man. You know what I mean? And then when Will went upstate, you know what I mean? Will the one crashed my white Lexus up. We switched cars on Halloween. The same night the Phillies lost to the Yankees. He crashed my car up on Cherry Hill, New Jersey. See, Will like all that. Will got motherfucking, this boy got diamonds, emeralds in his, he got tats in his hand, like it's right, like the tats he got, right? This nigga got tats. I mean, not tats. He got like gold and it's like right here in his hand. He got fucking piercings, diamonds and shit that come out of his hand. Will got a lot of fucking heart, man. This boy right here, Will got him and O and Angel in them. When they was shaking down, this was the thumbnail when I first made the video about Will. When I tell you, man, this when I was on the block and we was doing 200 bundles a day of that dope. You know what I mean? Will and Gago, man. Now they got the Franklin Chargers. They win the. You see, they win the baseball. They win all the baseball championship games out of Frankfurt. That's Booby, his brother-in-law. Man, Booby made so much fucking money in Kensington, man. Booby walked up the street one day, right? First he was riding around. He said, man, I'm just trying to get this sample out, Him and Bebe got life. Him and Bebe found the connect that Will had. Will had to connect first. They telling me, Twin, come up the street with us. I'm still getting money with Will. They said, come up the street with us. Man, Booby came back. When I tell you, look, when Booby came back, right? They went up the street, the block I used to be on B and Cambridge, but on what's that? Williams Street. Williams is a street, a small block that if you put a package out there, right? They'll let you get the first week for free. I mean, you can put your package out there. They ain't gonna charge you rent. The next week, you gotta pay $1,000. Then after that, you gotta pay $3,000 a week to put your shit on that block. That's how much that block do to Wadnutsi. That you're going to pay that rent. And the rent you're going to pay it to might be somebody that's on drugs real bad, but that's still his block. He's still somebody just hooked on drugs. So when Booby took over that block with the Spanish boys, who I showed y'all all them pictures of the boy, remember the picture of all them Puerto Ricans, they got indicted, allegedly. No, that was the second time. They got down with him the second. The first time, when he went up the street, was a young boy, 24 years old. He used to wear all white. Puerto Rican were all white. All his cars was white. His BMWs is white. His dirt bikes and everything. And Booby kept saying, yo, the boss man want to meet you. He heard a lot about it. He said, brag about me to these boys. But I never knew that. I used to just make my money and leave. So one day I met him in Delilah's, and we went to that joint called cheerleaders. Them niggas spend thousands and thousands of dollars in a strip club. So when the boy Jeff came, Jeff with the tats, there's 3 Jeffs. That's Puerto Ricans in Kensington. Jeff with the tats, Jeff with the beard, and there's another Jeff. And I know all 3 of them, right? Jeff with the tats was down with O. The boy that had the, what was his name? He had green eyes. This nigga had D and Boatnot. Them niggas had D and Boatnot doing the Wadnutsi. And when the police would raid them niggas be right out there the next day. They'd raid like 10 of them, 13 of them up. They all of them get out of jail the next, probably the same night. That's where the mural at on Cambria, near D and Cambria, that big mural of the young boy with the big ass diamonds and the mural with the little boy. He used to run all that. His brothers and them still out there. And Monch was down with a tall ass Puerto Rican Monch. So Monch was giving me the geographic on all of them. So anyway, Bebe and Booby, they opened up the block. So when they opened up the block, got the shit popping. This the same dude that was giving us this shit when we was in the factory with the Godfather dope. Doing 200 bundles. This is the same dude. So he wanted to meet me anyway because he was never around. This nigga, that's how he get locked up. He riding down Spring Garden. In their 5th or 6th in Spring Garden. And they pull him over. And he get locked up with 4 bricks of heroin. 4 kilograms of heroin. So when they lost that connect, they got the other connect, allegedly, this boy right here. Right? Allegedly, him, I think this, I don't know if it's his sister. or none of that, right? But he didn't speak English. But he had all the shit in Camden. All that shit was in that dope in Camden. This boy allegedly had it, right? So when I met him, he used to come through every morning, sometime in the morning, in a BMW truck, and then he used to be up the same boys up the hill. They got the hill, but we also in Indiana with a park at. So they told me to come down and get money with them. And next thing you know, I'm glad I didn't go with Jersey with him, because he wanted me to go with Jersey with him to help, like, he's like the way I hustle, so he wanted somebody to really run that shit. I could have got rich with him fast. I could have really got rich with this boy. But something told me don't do it, because I want to start, even though he had the best dope, and I'm not thinking there'll give me a new outlet for me. I was like this. Why should I go somewhere and I'm making this money every fucking day? Like this. They tried to do that before. Take me off another block and open up another block because I'm the trap star. Fuck no. So anyway, he wanted to get indicted. All of them y'all saw, they all got indicted. All these motherfuckers. And they found him in Puerto Rico. He was on a run. But Booby stopped fucking with him because some money got fucked up. And this motherfucker told Booby, your sister gotta go. He said, that nigga crazy. It was over $13,000. And mind you, we moving $28,000 worth of shit every day. $28,000 is getting moved of dope every day. Probably more than that. So $13,000. She was caseworking and she was the thorough. She come to the door and started letting that shit loose when the shit about to jump off. Because one thing I read about Huntington, when somebody about to fight her, she get rowdy, whoever pull their gun out and start shooting in the air, that's who everybody gonna be scared of. For some reason, that's how they do it out there. They just shoot the block up. If a motherfucker shoot the block up, then niggas gonna be worried about this nigga's a shooter. So when I seen her do it, I'm like, damn. I used to flirt with her sometimes too, though. Because, I mean, he had a lot of sisters, though. But I was messing with the Dominican shorty at the time, and she come down there and fuck everything up for me because they all wanted to hustle. Her mom, her uncle girlfriend. Like, when you deal with a Dominican girl, and you start dealing with them, you won't have to deal with their whole family. So she tried to sabotage and get me my shit fucked up. But one day I went to court, told her to take over the block till I come back. She made like $800 and got big-headed. I was like, listen, because she was stripping. I said, listen, I don't even want you stripping. You gotta get this money with me. But when she tried to turn on me, I said, man, so she was arguing, drawing on the block. So baby, like, man, just leave, twin. Boom. So I had to make it like I got fired. I said, baby, just act like you fired me, man, and make a scene. Twin, you fired. Get the fuck off the block. So I leave the block. So she can leave the block. So she leave the block, and then she come back out there and realize it was a lie, right? But yeah, man, like, and her son and them, may Johnny rest in peace. I didn't realize the power I be having when I'm in the trenches, because I don't look at it as power. I just look at it as I know a lot of people. I'm well connected. When I'm trying to get on my feet, I just zone out and just hustle. But everybody else look at it as, that nigga connected to everybody. He can do anything. So the jealousy and envy come up, you know? So all the Puerto Ricans that's from Philly somehow wind up in Huntington for some way, shape, or form. Because the boys from 5th and Diamond, 4th and Diamond, G.I. June, when the boy got killed in Washington County, in New Jersey, the richest part, Puerto Rican boy went in his house and had him in the tub and did all this crazy shit to him. And the crazy thing, that same Puerto Rican, when I went to go buy half a brick, well, it wasn't for me. I was moving like 3 a week, but you know when you got 7 days to move something, I had 7 days to move my one brick, but I was getting rid of half of bricks every 2 days to one person that would buy. I was middleman or something, right? So if I got 7 days to move the whole brick, and I got moved it in like 5 days or 4 days, I got 3 days to do something else with this money. Instead of turning it in and getting more work, what I would do, I would take the money, like $10,000, get the half a brick, owe the poppy boy $500. He want $10,500. So I got 10 for you. Give him the 10. Owe him, the guy give him the 500 in 2 days, but I know the 500 is probably his breakdown, or a little bit more. You know what I mean? So I would do that with him, and I would buy their shit, because their shit was better than our shit. That shit, soon you smell it, You get the chills, or you see a dead bug in it. Like, oh, that's that work. So I'm getting shit off them. So one day I go, and my peoples give me $2,300 in ones. He gave me 10,500, but he gave me 2,300 of it in $1 bills. So the boy who got killed there was the drug lord, and that G.I. Jones on 6th and Diamond. My peoples took me to him because they didn't hand it around the corner. They said, come around here. My peoples got it in the store. So we go inside G.I. Jones. I had a fucking shoebox. I had the money, but I had the shoebox with ones. Because how the fuck you gonna carry all these fucking ones? That's a lot of ones, man. You know, so I put on the counter. He tell me he can't take the ones. All this arrogant shit. So I gotta go home, go into my stash, take 2,300 out, and replace it with the 2,300 ones, go back down 6th and Diamond with my peoples from Erie Avenue. I'm getting the shit for him, get this shit to him, and the next thing you know, main man wound up dead, man. And I'm gonna tell you, I was around these Puerto Ricans like that in '99 when I had the black, well, 2000, and the summer of 2000 when I had the black Lexus. They used to detail my shit, you know what I mean? And they was fucking with the people I was fucking with who was getting money on my block with me. Yeah, them niggas was getting money on my block with me, but they was getting the work off the Puerto Rican. So they seen me, they see I come home. They seen Edna, because I had her green Benz, and I got her shit detailed. She had my black Lexus, and she was a madam. And this is how I got really cool with the Puerto Ricans, because they liked it, all her girlfriends. All her girlfriends was top of the line, like, I'm talking about top of the line. Top of the line. Call girls, like escort service, and her thing was on 4th and Lombard, and the other one was on 22nd or 23rd and Walnut. She got busted a few times. It was on the news and everything, right? And I come home and find out she a madam. That kind of fucked me up. But the thing is, though, like, once they seen her picture and the pictures of her girlfriends, they wanted to fuck with me like that, like far as be around me. You know what I mean? Because I had, think about it, they detail the car and they see all these pictures of these girls that selling their body to rich white people, Puerto Rican, black, white. They was top of the line females, right? So when they found the pictures, they're like, who are these pictures of these girls? Oh, so that's my peoples. They, you know, what, you want one of them? You like one of them? I could get any of them to fuck with you. They was fucked up about that, man. Because one thing I learned about niggas that get a lot of money, they like to be around a motherfucker that can get them the females, man. Here they go right here. This Etna right here. All right, Etna's on right here. And the inside, I don't know if they're in high. That's Kathy. Kathy is like my sister. Kathy introduced me to Etna. And Ray, this Mikey old girlfriend Gina, and I think this poo-poo cousin right here. They all worked in City Blue. But this is my homie Vinny, baby mom. And her son Christian, may rest in peace. I'm the godfather. When I came home in 92, that's when she had him. And she introduced me to her in 91, like the day of the Greek. And I hooked up with Joe. Hooked Ray up with Joe. Yup. So, because I knew these females and because I was well known, fly, thorough nigga with the Benz and the Lexus and all that, these Puerto Ricans was like doing business with me. Like the second time I came home, because I was locked up with one of them when it was the Puerto Ricans and the blacks at war with each other. They was at war. Like at Code Township, I was working in the kitchen, and the Puerto Ricans and the blacks went to war because Zulu was up there. From North Philly, Zulu always used to try to extort them and rob them and all that in the trenches. And one of them had life. He started the whole thing. I forget his name. What was his name? Omar? I think he used to play chess all the time. He was a troublemaker little nigga, right? But he was a thorough dude. He just was a troublemaker, right? And he had life. And, you know, he went at the Puerto Ricans and he hit Bulldog, Daniel Vargas, with a baseball bat. One of them aluminum joints. Boom, he hit Daniel Vargas. He was like 5'2", no neck, 425 pounds, dropped on his boy's chest on the weight. And he picked that bitch up and put it back. It just fell on his chest. He picked that bitch up like it wasn't nothing. So when Oh, hit him with the fucking Louisville Slugger bat. Guess what Bulldog did to him? Bulldog, this inside the yard in the baseball field. You know, the Puerto Ricans, they come on the yard, they come out together, they go to chow together, they deep up this joint, right? He took the fucking bat out this boy's hand. So now Daniel Vargas and Dan Hogan transferred. Now when the riot jumped off of Cole Township, tall tree up there from this Puerto Rican and all that, right? So when they up there, you understand me, and they go to the hole, they put us in the hole for the riot. Now mind you, I got in the hole for punching the boy in the face from Coatesville. He like 6'3". Nigga said some disrespectful shit to me. Said we playing ping pong, and this boy he know shutting everybody out. But I've been did a lot of juvenile times, so I could play ping pong. So I gotta serve my last, but I know he can't return my serve. Boom! That nigga go flying on the trying to return it. So I said he thought he was gonna shut me out. The boy was like, fuck you a nut. Suck my D and all these. He told me to suck his private. Oh, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker now. But I don't know the guard behind me. It was at night. It was like we had day room, and we was at nighttime. You bet you not. You don't go in the yard. You will be out on the block. So I'm going back and forth, word for word with this motherfucker, but I don't know the police behind me. So Mike Coleon from 817 McCumberland, Smoke Peoples, Mike Coleon. Mike said, we're going to fuck that nigga up hot. I said, no, don't worry about it. I'm going to get him. Next day, I punched him in his face, went to the hole. Boom. Now, while we in the hole, I get out the hole. The riot jump off after 80 days being in the hole. That's when I ran into all the Puerto Ricans that was mistreated, and they sent us down greatest for it. Now listen, if you ever run across Puerto Ricans and you locked up with them, if you cool with them, you win. But if you're not cool with them, you might have a fucked up bid because in case you have enemies, they got all the knives, all the drugs, all of them, everything. And I just knew everybody from being in the juvenile placement with them and being in the streets with them hustling. And being as though I hustled with the Puerto Ricans and knew a lot about them, it was easy for me to blend in with them. That's awesome. Like I say, is Tall Tree was the tallest one up there. He was Puerto Rican. Tree. My homie Met was up there from 5th Street. Everybody was up there was like, yo, that's twin. And Met used to call me Chiquito, mean shorty. He used to always call me Chiquito. And he used to laugh when he said it, right? But Met wasn't, he was geographical. I don't think he liked black people. But because me and him did juvenile time together, he took a little liking in him because he said sometimes have his grizzly up. Every time I be around him, he'd smile. But he used to always get super serious, man. So all the Puerto Ricans that knew he was somebody saw him with me was like, he got to be thorough if Met fucking with him. So that's how I met all the Latin kings. Yup, the Puerto Rican young boy from Huntington Park. They had all them homicides. Little baby, what was they called him? BB, I believe it was called Geeby. Little Geeby. Geeby used to be on 4-wheelers with the AK on his back. Geeby was crazy. He was young as shit, man. He reminded me of, he was short like Tank Davis, the boxer, right? Puerto Rican, young kid, could have been anything he wanted to be in this world, man. No Diddy. He was a very handsome young boy. No Diddy. So he was looking like he was like 8 years old, 10, 11 years old. Like, what the fuck is this young boy that got the future in front of him just because his looks alone? But he was a cold-blooded gangster. That young boy was crazy. All he used to do is buy sneaks all the time and want to play basketball, playing around. And people used to say, that shit ain't gonna hit him until he got 10 years and he see all his friends going home. You know what I mean? And we was on a visit one day. This time I knew he was shot out. Because I met him in the county when I was going to court. You know what I mean? He was somebody in the county, you know what I mean? But when his female cousins came up to see him, they were some pretty Puerto Rican girls, man. You know what he was doing in the visiting room? He was filling on them, trying to kiss them and all that. They said, stop playing, boy, you our cousin. He said, man, I ain't never coming home. I ain't gonna never be with no woman. He was dead serious about that, man. And that's fucked up, man. I hope he got out of jail. You know, because he had some, that young boy was wild, man. Like all Puerto Ricans, I know they get money. It's one that's super serious about getting that bag. And it's one that's about super serious about fucking you up. Most of them that I met are super aggressive, man. They don't play games, man. And one thing they take serious is the count. The count better be right. I mean, they take that shit, and this how you can tell. And you go in a Puerto Rican neighborhood, if you see cars parked on the street, parked on the sidewalk, and you see them with the gates, they shit all gated up. Yeah, but one time, me and my peoples, me and Booby Raw from Frankfurt and another ball. We went on route before, on the boulevard. Booby and them, they knew all the people that had the bag. So we used to lay on a couple houses. Them niggas lay. See, me and my crew, we just go up in the crib. We don't do all that fucking laying for hours like the police be staking out. You gotta have patience for that, man. I'll knock on the fucking door and walk right in. That's what I do. I don't play with that shit, man. They want to wait and watch the movement of the house and study the house and study the movement. Man, fuck all that. I ain't come out. I can't. No. I'm going to tell you, man. And the thing is, it's easy to do. All you got to do, dress up like the mailman or the gas, anything. I mean, like, because they going to be security minded because I fuck with them like that. I never turned on them, never crossed none of them. But no shit like that. When I was young boy, 13, yes.
The the lady called from
Yeah, what she say? Okay, Friday. All right. Philly trenches, y'all. Part 2 tonight, y'all. Yeah, I heard you.